So, I need to get on here real quick because on this YouTube journey, I'm trying to figure out my way and figure out what is most intuitive to me and makes the editing process and the like creating process most intuitive and most easy to me so that I don't get overwhelmed and get stuck in analysis paralysis, because that is something that I am definitely prone to do if I don't have a good system down, or if I'm just dealing with a lot of information overload. In this case, a lot of content, and yeah. So I just wanted to come on here really quickly to document this thought that I was having while I was going through my camera and looking at all the footage that I've been recording ever since that I got this camera in October or November of last year, 2025. But I'm just going over and I'm looking at all the footage from when I first moved into this apartment, which I really want to take the time to like put together a nice video, because I always see the girls on YouTube when they move in their first apartment, like they always have the videos of moving in, like the walkthrough and the unboxing and all that type of stuff. And I want to have a video like that too, not necessarily to like not be like them, because that's not the case, but like just to have a document of my own video in my own first apartment, you know? And I have a lot of footage, but I feel like I've been kind of in the so much in the experience aspect of, or just in the present moment of experiencing being in my first apartment and all the ins and outs and just my life and all the things that I have that I'm going through, that I'm experiencing right now, that I haven't really been able to like take the time to sit down and look at the videos and go through them and like put them together in a way that I want to. Um, oh, look at these videos. Oh my goodness. But I do have a lot of footage and pictures and stuff like that. And I want to put it together in a nice way for myself to be able to look back on and reminisce on and enjoy and all that. So, yeah, but while I was just looking at all these videos and pictures and stuff, I've been trying to kind of figure out a way like I was saying, the most easiest and intuitive way to record content and not feel like my life is becoming like a constantly recording, but also like getting good content and being able to edit it in a way that's not overwhelming for me. So, long story short, what I came to the conclusion was like I want to be able to do vlogs, but I don't really. I'm not even gonna get into that. I wanted to be able to do vlogs, right? So my conclusion is I think I'm going to do, people do weekly vlogs and they do monthly vlogs. I feel like both of those are kind of like not too extreme, but maybe not the best for me and my lifestyle and what I know that I can be consistent with. Ideally, I would think that I would be able to do a week, but I feel like that's maybe not enough content, and I feel like it's a little more pressure to do something weekly. And monthly, I feel like that's kind of a lot of content and that's a lot of editing. But I think every 2 weeks, I think that's good, because I have like the first of the month, the first 15 days in the month, and then the last 15, or the first 2 weeks and the last 2 weeks. Sorry, it's been a long day. Um, yeah, first 2 weeks and then the last 2 weeks. And I think that's good. I think that's good for even people watching too. Like, it's not too overwhelming. Like, you don't feel like you're watching this person all the time, but it's also a good amount of content. Plus, I don't have to feel like I'm having to record so much every single day, because I have 2 weeks worth of content. Like, it'll probably be a 30-minute vlog, and that's more than enough. Like, a few nights of my vlogging be like an hour. And I haven't edited it down yet, but yeah, I know that 30 minute to an hour vlog of 2 weeks of the stuff that I'm doing is good. So I think for the vlog part, I'm gonna do two vlogs a month. And then there was another thing. Oh, so for example, like the apartment stuff and just like all the things that I've been doing the past 6 months while I've been living in my apartment, just like my, you know, young 23-year-old first apartment life and stuff like that. Sometimes I feel like I want to live in the moment and I don't necessarily want to focus on or process all the things that I've been doing while I'm still there, if that makes sense. So, like right now, I've been living here since November. I'm about to move to England in July. And I've been trying to kind of get myself to like edit and like vlog, well, not even necessarily vlog, because I've been vlogging or like just getting content in general, but like trying to get myself to like get in the habit of editing and posting videos and stuff like that. When it comes to editing videos like this where I'm just sitting down and talking and I could just post and like just post without editing, I don't really have an issue with that. But the videos that I do want to take the time to edit and kind of like find my editing style, find my creative style, I feel like I kind of feel overwhelmed mentally. Um, and it kind of makes me procrastinate not editing and like just not doing the whole process. But I kind of noticed that I like to process all of the things, like I like to process a big chunk of my life, or like, and I've noticed this in the past too, like when I take a lot of videos and stuff like that of a certain time in my life, I like to kind of distance myself, like take some time away from that and then like come back to it and edit it and kind of not necessarily relive it, but then I like to relive it because it feels like I can kind of like I kind of can relive it because there's been time and space, but then like when I'm just doing something and then I'm editing it in like the same week, it's just like, oh, I'm focusing on the same, like I just did this. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense because I'm trying to explain it well, but anywho, yeah, so right now I'm recording and working on a weekly vlog, or not a weekly vlog, but I think this is gonna be my first. Well, I think I'm gonna start doing the 2 week vlog thing, and then and this is actually gonna go in my first 2 week vlog, or maybe my second one. This is gonna be the one for June. I don't know if I'm gonna edit the one for May and post the one for May first, or then edit the one for June and post that one first, and then post the one for May after. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it because I'm a very organized person and I like stuff to be in order. And that's another thing I'm trying to figure out with my channel is like having stuff out of chronological order. Like I know it won't, or maybe eventually it will, but like I know to the viewer it won't really matter. But like to me, it's like I want everything to be in order, and it's like how do I reconcile that? I don't know, but yeah. So I'm gonna do the bi-weekly vlogs, and then I think when I get to England, since I have a lot of free time to like edit and stuff like that, I think that'll be when I take the time to process like and kind of look back on my time here because I won't be here. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Like when I'm here, I want to focus on spending my time here, not necessarily like editing all my experiences. Like there'll be some obviously that I'm posting, but like the big stuff that I actually want to take the time on, like I don't really feel like I want to do that while I'm here. I feel like I will much more want to do that while I'm somewhere else because it's just like I don't know, kind of I don't know. It feels better to me. So, yeah. Um yeah, I'm really just kind of finding my way on how I want to have my, like how I want to set up my YouTube channel and how I want to post and how I want to like, because I feel like I'm really prone to like looking at other people and how they edit their videos and how often they post and what their banners look like and all those types of things to get inspiration. But at the same time, I feel like it gets to a point where how much inspiration do you need? Like, just do what feels good for you. And the more you do that, the more you develop your own sense of style. And I feel like that's what I need to focus on, not always looking at what other people are doing, even if it's not in like a like copier type of way, just trying to get inspiration. Like, you're a creative person, you know, like what you like, so just trust yourself to be able to create those things and just sit down and take the time to do it. So yeah. mm. But I have so much footage. And even just having so much videos and then also pictures, like it also gives me a kind of challenge on how I want to present my video or present my pictures in the video, because that's something that I've kind of been trying to figure out too. Like, I have a lot of pictures, I like to take pictures, but I don't, even if I do post them separately, like sometimes I want them to appear in the video, and I'm just like, what are some ways that I can make them or put them in my video to be nice and like also share that aspect as well. So that'll be a nice creative challenge for me. Yeah, man, I have so much footage. I have so much footage. I have so much content. And I love that because it like it gives me, and even when I'm in England, like I'm pretty sure I'll still be recording lots of content, but while I'm recording my England content, I'm sure I'll be like, but then will that put me behind? I don't know. But I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. Cause like I'm still finding my editing style and getting in the habit of editing. But once I get into that, and especially I'll have it down pat like once I'm in England and stuff, in like first few months of me being there. So like it'll be easier for me to edit my videos and post them and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm excited. Excuse me. I was about to be like, why did that taste like taco? But I had Chipotle earlier. But yeah, it feels good to kind of be finding my creative way. And even going through these videos, like there was the other day I went outside. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say. The other day I went outside and then I was like taking some pictures of some flowers and then some pictures of me. And I didn't even know my camera had this feature, but like um on one of the features you can like take pictures and it'll turn it into like a video with the click sound. It'll be like with a like a little compilation of the pictures, but then like I don't know, it's so cute. It's so cute. But I was like, wow, like I didn't even know that. Like that was a little happy, I think, what is it called? Like a happy accident. And that's so cute because now I'm gonna be doing that with all like it's so cute and I feel like that's so unique. And it's like I don't even have to edit that. I could just do that with my camera. Like look at me, Jayla. Look at me, Jayla. Can you even see? It's like dang. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at me and Jayla. uh, I was going to the K Tronada concert. I love K Tronada. His concerts, I haven't been to that many people's concerts, but his concert, oh my gosh, was so tea. I loved it. I was like, this is better than the club. I would come here rather than the club. But yeah, finding my creative way. Just wanted to document that so I can put that in the vlog and make sure that I am remembering that because I have a lot of thoughts and I write down a lot of stuff. And yeah. Dang, now I miss Jayla. We were just on the phone the other day. And then I was looking at her location. This girl, oh, all in another state. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, why didn't you tell me? But that was so funny to just look and be surprised. I love looking at my friends' locations. It's like my Sims. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of like be able to express myself creatively. And I have a lot of different video ideas. Like, I definitely want to do vlogs. And then I also want to do like videos answering questions. Like, I don't know. I think I was talking in another one of my videos where I was like, what is the meaning of life, but what gives life meaning? And I just want to talk about questions like that. And I'm also reading this book. If you don't know, I love French. I took French all 4 years in high school, and my goal is to become fluent. Honestly, I already am a fluent French speaker, but I am just on my journey back to remembering my fluency. So I'm reading this book right now that talks less about, well, it's about the French language and about the French culture, which is something that I really, how can I say it's really intriguing to me. It really interests me because when you know a language, it's like, okay, you can speak the language, but it's another thing when you can understand the nuances of the culture and how it shapes the language and the people. And this book is really giving me such a good insight and such like a cool, even just now, like I'm getting so giddy and excited just talking about it because it gives me such a cool insight on the culture and just being able to understand French more and helping me to become and feel more like a native francophone. And like it just helps you to be able to speak better because you can understand the thought process and the cultural basis of the people as a whole that you're speaking to. And it just, yeah. Also, another thing, I've been trying to read more books because I've been noticing that I've been scrolling a lot since I live alone and I spend a lot of time alone when I'm at home. And I've been using that time to scroll, which I want to stop doing, but so I've been reading more. But I've even reading this book, I feel like I've learned so much. Oh my gosh, please don't start lagging. Please don't start lagging. I feel like I've learned so much like valuable information. Like when you're scrolling, you learn stuff and you save stuff, but it's not like you're thinking about those things like, oh, I learned that. But I don't know, like when I was reading this book, there's so many things that I underlined and like, wow, like I never knew this, and that makes sense. Like, and it's making me want to read more. Like this past week, I've been waking up like, dang, I want to read my book, or like when somebody annoys me, and I'm just like, oh, I want to focus on something else. Usually I'll scroll, but I'd be like, oh, I want to read my book. Like I want to read my book. And I think it's partly because I'm reading something that I'm interested in, but also I feel like reading is kind of just like, it's better for your brain for sure. So, yeah, I have a lot of books And I'm also trying to figure out what books I want to put in storage and what books I want to bring to, I was going to say bring to Italy, bring to England with me. Um, yeah, but I really do want to be more of a reader and I enjoy reading. So, yeah. There's a lot of words that I underlined and things that I also need to like just go back and write in my, I don't have a French journal, but maybe I'll make, I actually do, that's one thing I want to do. I actually think I'm in my bullet journal because I have a bullet journal. I also have another journal. I don't know where it's, I think it's over there. Or actually, no, I think it's over there. But I have a bullet journal. And what I think I'm going to do is for all the words and phrases that um, the French words and phrases that I learned in this book, I think I'm going to write them. Maybe I'll make like a word bank, something creative, and make like a word bank and just write all the words and phrases and um, words and phrases that I'm learning that I want to retain because there's a lot of good information in here. Like, and I was even having, like, just learning about the history of France and the French people. I even had an idea of how, like, something that they enjoyed historically that I can bring into the black community today that I feel like would really bring us together and really help us. So, um, and I have a little note for it right there. I'm not even gonna put too much. I'm not even gonna put it out there too much yet, but just know I have something coming and it is for the intellectuals. It is for the black intellectuals. And even if you don't identify as a black intellectual, it is for the black creative, it is for the black speaker, it is for anyone who is black and has something of value or of wit or of something that they just like to contribute, genuinely contribute to the conversation. So, mm-hmm. Yeah. And another thing, just reading this book, I don't know. And that's another thing why I'm like, why do I always, because I have a friend who who I actually met in high school and we both, uh, like did French class together in high school. And we also did French in college as well. But I noticed that she stopped doing French. And I don't know why. I always like, even when I stopped doing French, I always feel like this kind of like underlying pull to it. And I don't know why. And even reading this book, like I just like to speak it and I like to hear it and I feel like I don't know, I feel like it kind of just resonates with me for some reason. And even reading this book, like just the Parisian culture, not even Parisian, the French culture, and the concept of l'apéro or the conversation culture of how they love conversation and how conversation is an art and how the people love history and they love knowledge and all of those things. And I'm just like, these are things that I love as a person too. And I'm like, dang, like, was I French in my past life? Or like, do I have French ancestry? Because even in this book, they were saying how the French had bought Louisiana in the 15th century, I believe. But they didn't, I don't want to say they didn't like it, but they eventually sold it back to the United States. And that's why Louisiana has such a French culture and like in like the Creole culture, how it's partly French. And I never knew that. I always wondered, that's something I always wondered, like why is specifically New Orleans and like Louisiana French, but like none of the other states have that kind of cultural influence. But now we're just reading this book. Just reading this book. Man, read a book. Find you a book to read this summer. Find a book to read. this summer find a book to read. I feel like this is a book that I would read over and over. Even though I don't feel like I would have to read it over and over because I feel like the knowledge that I'm getting from this book I'm retaining pretty well, like which is something that in other books that I've read, I don't feel like I've retained the knowledge, but I don't feel like it's because I wasn't I feel like it's because I wasn't actually interested in actually the knowledge that I was reading and retaining it. But with this, it's like I'm recollecting and actually like keeping these things in my mind, which I enjoy. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Even the French style, like the sophistication aspect and children. This book also talks about children just being very knowledgeable and not flaunting their knowledge, but just showing off their knowledge to adults and also speaking very eloquently and not deeply, but can hold conversations with adults, like adults. So, yeah. L'apéro. Let's see what other concepts are in here. Yeah, it's a lot, but I've definitely found myself like when I take this book and I don't have a pencil, I'll be annoyed. Like, this is a book where you need to underline things. But yeah, I'm just excited to be able to kind of grow into my YouTube style and my YouTube and my creative style and just find a way that works best for me and is intuitive and easy and just simple and straightforward. Because that's what I want it to be. I just want to document my life and share the things that I enjoy and but also in a fun and creative way. Learn editing softwares and learn how to convey my personality in a way that's funny and in a way that I want it like to come through as through my editing style. And yeah, it's just gonna be a really fun journey. And I feel like I'm at the point where before, and I was just telling my friend this that before I felt like there was kind of this subconscious pressure to have everything figured out, and I feel like now that everything in society is kind of crumbling, like now I can kind of just discover myself and discover my creative style without there feeling this being this overarching pressure of like having to have everything figured out right now or having to fit into this mold because it's just like everybody that's paying attention and isn't oblivious can kind of see that the mold isn't molding anymore. It doesn't work. The system is broken. So yeah, but yeah, that's my spiel. And I'm just excited. I'm growing. And I'm also learning to just be my own best friend because sometimes I feel like, oh, I want to talk to somebody else. I want to share these things. And sometimes I do. I definitely do with my friends. But when they're not available, I just be like, oh, I'm bored. But it's like, no. Or like, I'm lonely. But it's like, no, you're not lonely. You're with yourself. And if you feel like you have nobody to talk to, open up the camera and speak about how you're feeling. And talk to yourself. And get it out. Which is what I'm doing. And yeah, because you got to think about it. All your friends, all your family, all your lovers, even your children, like, only person who you know who's always going to be there is you. So it's good to build that relationship and, you know, get comfortable with yourself. And even though I feel like I spent a lot of time by myself, um, just being more social lately, I feel like it's kind of a little boring, or like not even boring, but the contrast is a little more apparent now since I've been more social than before when I was usually like always spending a lot of alone time. So yeah, it's just kind of a recalibration and getting recomfortable with being on my own and learning how to, soothe myself in those moments where I do feel lonely or I feel like I'm just needing something, and just remembering in those moments where whenever I'm feeling something, just how knowing what to meet myself with. I hope that I'm making sense. I feel like I'm rambling, but like whenever I'm feeling a certain feeling, just knowing what to meet myself with to soothe myself. And even here, I had that written down for a long time. Like when I have certain emotional needs, like mm-hmm, yeah, I've noticed I'm a very sensual person, and doing little things like putting the heater on, putting a show on in the background, spraying something that smells good, laying in my warm bed, like things like that will instantly, like having a nice warm meal, things like that will instantly make me feel better. And also, like, and I'm talking about things on my own, but also I love hugs. I love hugs, but just things to self soothe myself, like knowing what to do to help yourself feel better instead of just sitting in that feeling. Even sometimes when I'm like riding in the car and I'm feeling sad, or like I'm noticing that I'm feeling a certain way, like I feel like lately I've been learning that I really do, even though I know I always have power over my own thoughts, I am in control of what I think and how I feel and things like that. But I feel like lately I've been really putting it into practice. Like you can be feeling sad and hear a song and instantly like perk up and just feel so much better. And it's like, why can't I just do that at any moment? But it's like you can, but you have to choose that. And that's something that I'm really working on. And it really can be that simple. Like I could be feeling some type of way about something, but it's like, oh, I can choose to feel better in this moment if I want to. And that's powerful. So, yeah, I'm going to stop rambling because I want to get up early tomorrow and actually have a productive day and, kind of enjoy these last 2 weeks living in my first apartment before I move to England with my sister for the next 6 months. And yeah, I'm gonna get up tomorrow and just have a productive day. Yeah. So, see ya tomorrow. See ya tomorrow. Actually, this is gonna be the end of this vlog because then, since today is the 14th, and then tomorrow, hopefully you can see that, but tomorrow will be the start of my next vlog. So, yeah, we'll do that. I really like this. This feels like this is gonna work good. I like this. So, yeah. See ya. Keep shining. Bye.